Here we go. Hello V-Ray users, Alex here, your V-Ray guide, and today we're doing our third weekly webinar. And thank you very much for sending me your images, and thanks a lot for sending me your questions. I'll be glad to reply them here today live, and of course you'll be able to ask me all the questions and everything you want to know. And if something unclear, you just pop up your message and I'll be glad to review or to go more deeply into my answer. Okay, so we're gonna do it as usual. I'm gonna correct some images and I'm going to answer some questions that you send me. Okay, so the first one is Jose. I think Jose sent me one of the first images on today's week, and he's saying, I'm sending you a scene of museum, raw render, and he tried to do a post-production, but he's not satisfied with the results, so he wants some tips, and he sent it also raw image. So let's just go and check this those images that Jose sent us. Alright, okay, and okay, good. So this is probably the raw image, the raw render. Whoops, what happened? Oh, okay, my monitor stopped in a second to oh, you sent me the wire. Great. Well, that's okay. That's okay. I'll show you how to do it without the wire. Okay, but I just don't want to go right now to emails and to log in and to drag all this information. Okay, so I see this is raw. This is nice, and this is probably color corrected. I'm gonna stick with your color corrected as far as this looks a little bit better. The only problem here is, I just could not identify from which side is the sun. I don't see any sharp shadows, something like that. You probably used HDRI here. So the first thing you can do, that I want to do, there's like nice option in Photoshop called auto color. This is basically supposed to show you what is the right color correction, color balance for your image, and this is what Photoshop shows us, right? Maybe this one is too strong, but this one we can see got too much yellowish saturation, unnatural yellowish grass. This one may be a little bit too bluish. So I don't know, something in between, could be nice. Something like that could work better. Okay, so just gonna duplicate the background, only to leave it for comparison in the future, and I'm gonna merge those two layers. Okay, well, what I would fix here is first of all this stretched stone. It's really nice, the grass and everything, but the stones here got some stretched texture, so this is the first thing that you need to fix. You need to put here a really nice background, because it's kind of white, and I don't know if you used HDRI, but it looks like you did, because the shadows really soft, and I don't know where the sun comes from. Anyway, you need to put also in the windows reflections from the sky, and you can add some vignette and chromatic aberration, this color lens distortion. So I'm gonna do it right now, and I'm gonna show it to you how, in my opinion, this image could be fixed. So just to go through my the images we did with stars here, this one, This one looks actually nice. This one here, I think this one fits really good. I'm just gonna take it here and I'm gonna drag this here. So in order to do this better, I need to remove this here. So just to make a better selection, I'm gonna use this this thing here. Okay. Oops, I need to use the minus. I'm pressing Alt, by the way, and I'm removing the selection. You probably should know this tool already. Something like this. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to do invert selection, inverse, and I'm gonna press the mask. And here we go, I got the sky. Now I want to fit my sky, because it's really big. I want to fit it to my image. Something like that could work. Nice. Okay. So the next thing you want to do is to color correct your image, so it fits a little bit more, a little bit better to your background, to your sky. So I'm gonna go press the color balance and just a little bit of a yellowish and a reddish on the midtones, and we can see here something like that. You know, we need to our building got yellowish color correction, and we see that our sky is more bluish, so we want to add a little bit more of a blue, you know, like not too much, but something like this would work just fine, right? So as you see, this is what before, and this is how it looks now. Maybe there's too much of a blue. Use this option to make the preview how it was before, how it's now, and I think now it's really cool. Okay, it fits a little bit better our background. Okay, something like that. Okay, could work fine. Okay, cool. One more thing, you just may want to check your exposure. I'm not sure your exposure is right. Yeah, because it looks like it's a cloudy day, you know, but you have lots of contrast here. I mean, really strong contrast. And the bushes you can see by the shadows here. So just press the preview, and maybe a little bit too much, something like that of exposure. Okay, you see we got a little bit exposed stones here, but after I'm pressing it, we'll like smooth it, and it's like really smooth right now. Okay, it fits more this atmosphere, you know, like oops, you got a cloudy day, so you don't have much sharp shadows here going on. Okay, I'm just gonna check. Yeah, well, I don't like this cloud here. It's kind of weird popping up, looks like a volcano or something like that, but just to show you in matter case how it could work for you. Okay, the next thing is I want to duplicate this, and I want to add this shadow here, reflections here, sorry, to the windows. So I'm just gonna duplicate my my background. I'm gonna reduce the color here and lower it, something like that, so I would see some nice skies here, something like that. Okay, and of course if I would use your your wire color right now, it could be really easy to do this selection and to add this just by a few clicks to do this isolation. So well, I didn't do it. Whoops. Doing it manually. Just gonna zoom in here. I'm gonna remove that, and I'm going to add this to the selection so we could isolate the sky and to fit the sky into our windows here, because we need those reflections. Okay, I'm gonna press the mask and I'm gonna add it. There is like different types of layer adjustment here. Lighter color works nice, and hard light also works nice for this matter. So it's like a little bit transparent, but not like 100%. Okay, so something like this could be nice. You need to fix that person here. It looks like a white stone statue, and you know, just add a little bit, you know, like hair stuff, you know, like I don't know, find a better person. In my opinion, it looks a little bit like a statue, less than a real person. Okay, I see there's like shadows. They're really strong here. Really black on really black. So we can recap this by dodge tool on the high tones, and you know, just oops, to select this, and you can see something comes up. Oops. The better is to just duplicate this layer and to do this like here, like this, but it's too much. Something like this could be okay. Maybe to bring this a little bit under the stone. You can also use this option, shadow highlights, and I'll add this layer mask, add the selection. I want to just apply a layer mask just to remove it. Double click, and I'm going to remove all the highlights from my image. So as you see here, only the darkened areas is coming out. Something like this could work just fine. Okay, nice. Apply. Okay, good. What else you can do? Just flatten the image, and you can add some lens correction to this. Oops, it's a big map. Control A, we need to crop it. Crop. Okay, and now Control D to deselect. Now we can apply Desert lens correction, and we can add maybe a little bit of a fisheye. Can add a little bit of chromatic aberration. Photoshop is not the best program for adding chromatic aberration. There's like lots of different other plugins, but you know, just don't go beyond 7, because if you go, you start to see your chromatic aberration, and you know, it's like more for the feeling and less for the look. And as you see here, we can add some nice vignette just to darken our edges. Something like this could be really nice. Okay, cool. What else we can do? Oh, by the way, if you're going to work with chromatic aberration in Photoshop, you see here on the side it creates some weird edges. So what you want to do is to crop those edges from your image. Up. You see this 1 pixel? This is what Photoshop creates. I don't know really why, but something that you want to crop, just 1 pixel, go ahead like this, up, and crop it. That's it. Now you're good. Alright, you can also, we had chromatic aberration and everything, and a little bit of fisheye, so our building got a little bit blurry colors here, so blurry shapes, blurry edges. So what you want to do, you want to do sharpen. Just let me duplicate this image one more time. I'll go and I'll add sharpen here. Sharpen. Oh, you see, like, bam, everything like really became sharpened. But this grass here hurting our eye to view. It's like really crispy. So what you want to do is add a mask to this layer and remove this sharpness from the grass. Okay, so you won't get too crispy grass. Grass is not our main player, so we don't want to concentrate on it, and we can concentrate only on our building, right? So sky as well, you don't need to have sharpened sky. So something like this. If I'll just hide it and unhide it, I don't know if you can see it on your monitors, but check out these those lines here. I just hide it. You can see they're really like blurry, and then I'll unhide it and it becomes really clear. Okay, so this is how you correct this image. Just don't get sharpened on the grass and places like very crispy, something that will just be more annoying than pleasant in your eye. Okay, and well, we can do some last thing. We can distribute a little bit better the connection with the sky, from the sky, from the background to the foreground. And this we can do with distort, diffuse glow. Oh, just a second, I want to duplicate this layer. Remember to duplicate your layers every effect that you're adding, so you'll have this option to come back to reduce its opacity, something like that. Here I'm overdoing it a little bit because I know I'll work it with opacity down, something like this. And you can add also mask, and to remove this effect from here, because I don't want to have those glows effect on the grass, right? So maybe just a little bit less. So you see we got here a nice soft glow comes from the sky and distributes with our image. Okay, so this is it. I think it looks nice. This is how it was, really dark, high contrast, saturated to saturated. Now it looks a little bit better. Maybe you can fix this yellow here. Just go to hue saturation, you go to your yellows, and maybe just to reduce a little bit of saturation on this yellow because it looks a little bit saturated. Yeah, if I press the preview, it got more greenish grass color, something like that. Okay, and well, this works really nice for me. It's like, I don't know how much, 5-6 minutes, 10 minutes maybe of post-production. You can do it better if you use a wire color to have this selection, so we won't get this pixeled anti-aliasing here. But this is how we do it. Okay, nice design, nice grass. I love the stones and everything. Good job. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Lee sent me some questions. What is your strategy for providing proofs for clients? For example, provide low resolution previews render. Well, if you want to show something that you can do, well, first of all, I have two portfolios. You got to have a demo reel show reel. I got two of them. I got one actually online, and another one is a printed. So when the client comes to me and want to meet me personal, I show him this portfolio. Okay, I never use low resolution preview renders in my portfolio, just because I wanna do my good impression, and I wanna show them that I'm the best. This is my style, and I wanna show high resolution images, like high-end stuff. So if it's for internet, it's better be not less than 19-inch screen, so around 1000 pixels wide, not less than that. Okay. There is a chapter about this in my ebook, how to build a portfolio, how to create, what should be in there, what images. I mean, your portfolio should be really something that represents your skills, something from latest stage, like not things 3 or 4 years ago. You got to be very actual about this. So my strategy about this is to make really good works. Go social, like Facebook, Twitter, cross-link it between them, YouTube, put your stuff on social media, go on public forums, write good comments, be more, as much as you can, specific about your work, give as much as possible information. How did you do it? How did you create it? So people will read it and will think, it gives more professional look, it gives more professional feeling from what you're doing. LinkedIn is very professional platform for making good business and establishing good connections. So if you upload your portfolio there, create groups, you can meet lots of people, architects, people that work in real estate marketing. So that's a really good platform to make connections. And make group meetings, go to events. There was an event in Germany a few days ago called BIM. I know people just call for this event to make really nice connections. Some of my friends actually got some nice projects from those events. Most of them they're for free, like 3D Autodesk representing their 3D Max, or V-Ray doing their presentation about new engine and new features. Well, basically in those events you can get really nice connections and get projects as well. So this is my strategy. I do both of them, social media and real groups events. So this is how I work. All right. What's there? Mohammed. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can show. In my book, I mentioned not to show teamwork. Try to avoid it if you're applying for a job. If you're applying for a job, people would want to see what you did. In my book, I wrote, if you do that, you need to specify exactly what you did in this project, because you cannot show stuff like really high-end stuff, and then coming to this interview and saying, oh, I did only the camera movement, there's like awesome animations, skies, explosions, whatever. So you don't want to get wrong impression about your skills. This is something that pisses off people who spend their time and inviting you and thinking they got some specialist, and eventually they got someone that got less skills or less that they want, that they saw. So if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna involve, in architecture, just say I did this, give credits to people who did what, and write exactly what you did, and then it will be fine. But like in entertainment industry, stuff like advertising agencies, they don't want to see, if they hiring you specifically, they want to go for you, they want to go for your skills, and they want to know exactly what you can do for them, for their company, how can you solve their problems, so they can fit you better in their working team. So just to avoid wrong impression, be more precise on what you did and what you're doing. Okay, that's a nice question. Thanks, Mohammed. Okay, how much color correction do you apply for your preview? Well, for my preview, I do it really fast. There's like a tutorial color, basic color correction. I think I'm showing there exposure, curves, color balance, to add natural colors, and I'll add a little bit sharpen, and that's it. This is what I do, like really fast, something that you don't want, it's a time saver. You don't want to invest too much time in your preview, okay? So you just don't get sick of it on your post-production stage. You want to keep that feeling, you want to keep that motivation, because if you do that every time, if you correct your preview every time, when you get to the post-production stage, you will say, "Oh man, I did it so much times. I don't want to do it anymore." But if you're new to it, you can do it. You can, if you not get bored and you don't get sick of there's like some projects that never ending, and every time to do post-production work, like really professional stuff, just will make you tired. So you don't want to get into this. But if it's something that you want to check where it's going, if you can do it, like for tests, go ahead, go for it. You just need to feel what it's good, and when you need to do it, if it's a good time to do it. Just try to feel your project, try to feel your client, and you'll be good. All right. How do you keep your supplied work images consistent in terms of tone and photorealism in relation to the final image? Well, this is a big issue. I learned it the hard way, and in this you need to be very, very accurate, because you cannot supply different image in the end of the process, even not 50%. Your latest preview have to be almost exactly with the same colorization, with the same materials, lighting, everything as the final image. Because what's happening is you're taking your client through this WIP process, work in progress, and your client starts to develop feelings. He starts to, he's been involved in this process, so he gets a little bit emotionally to his product, to his final product. And when you will supply him something else, it will like, you don't want to get him surprised, and you don't want to get him disappointed. If he's expecting to get something, he should get it. If you want to do something in your opinion looks better, do it as a bonus. Because I do lots of bonuses to my clients. I do lots of variations. I invest my time, and sometimes they say, "Oh, this looks better. Why don't you do the whole images like this?" And I'm saying, "Okay, this is like extra time. I need like another 2-3 days." So you basically can get, you can get paid more for doing this, because it's not a part of your proposal. You propose something, and if you give a bonus, you just clarify this is a bonus. If you like it, I can do it, but it's extra. Okay. This is how we do it, but you shouldn't do something that really different from your final previews. Okay, so if you need to do tests, and if you want to check your skills, and if you want to just to show your client that this is the way it's gonna be, this is the way you're hitting, you can do this. If you don't have examples to show, just try to create those examples, because on this course, this is what we're doing. We're creating, we're learning to get photorealistic images. So this is a really good time to do your sample images, to create example on photorealistic level, and to have them in your portfolio to show to your clients. This your work could be like this or like that. This is the photorealistic effect that we can get. Like camera distortions, vignette. Those dark edges, this and that. So your client will say, okay, I like this, I don't like this. But if you don't have of those, you better have some examples, just to make your client calm and not to get worried too much. Okay, Glenis is asking IES slides, when to use them, where's the better, if they increase rendering time. IES lights increase a little bit rendering time only if you use like more than 5 or 6. Those lights basically made for do spotlights, and I have here a really nice tutorial how to get them, how to view them, and how to use them with V-Ray and 3D Max. I got this really nice video here, IES lights with V-Ray, and you got V-Ray viewer. I'm giving here links for download, and I'm also showing where you can download those IES lights. So just go ahead and check this tutorial. I'm sure it's gonna help you. Okay, Jeff is asking me if I can provide a list of Photoshop plugins that I'm using to get this photorealistic result. Okay, I'm going to review those plugins. I'm going to show you how to work with them, because last time I showed you Pro Effects, right? It was a really nice plugin for really cool colorizations and stuff like that. Excuse me, I'm just gonna take a little bit of water. I'm getting dry in my throat. Sorry for that. Anyways, PT Lens is a really nice effect that does camera distortions. It gives you different camera looks. What's Mohammed saying? Sometimes one of the clients asks extra and ask more money, but they don't made. I think I want deserve, so I have feeling that maybe I lose a client in future. What do you think? Well, I don't know, Mohammed, if you're starting on your business, and I'm sorry, just to break this. I'll be back for a Jeff question. I just want to answer Mohammed here, because I think this issue is very important. If you're starting in your business, and I was starting about like 5-6 years ago as a freelancer and entrepreneur, I worked really hard to please my clients. I was working nights and days. I was getting really burned, and I got those clients who stayed with me till today. So I did my selection. You can please your client once, twice, not more than that. If he's starting to ride on you, trying to take advantage of your skills, you say it doesn't work like that, because with the time you're getting more clients, with the time you can categorize them, you can make your selection and stay only with the good clients who really appreciate your work, who really pay you for everything you add. So in the beginning it is like that, for the first year, the second year, sometimes the clients don't want to do this, don't want to do that, don't want to pay more, and that's okay. But believe me, you don't want to stay with this client forever. Sometimes you want to keep such a client just for those days when it's hard time, financial crisis, something like that. or when you don't have any other projects, you know. But if you're good, if you're really good, and you know, you work your way up, you know, and you got to this stage when you like really want it, and people and clients really want to work with you, and this is where you start to make a lot of money, because you get to choose with whom work and how much money you will get. As I said, as a beginner, you know, the first, second, third, maybe till the third year, I remember this wasn't me, you know. I like worked the first 3 years really hard, made my selection, and after the third year I just stayed with like 5-6 clients who paid really good, and I satisfied them, and we had better understanding. And those clients who didn't want to pay extra and wanted just, you know, to abuse my skills and to get more, I just said, I'm busy, I'm sorry, I cannot work with you anymore. Or I just said, I cannot work with you right now, you know, I'm like busy, I'm overloaded, I'm sorry. That's it. You need to work your way up. There's no other way. Okay, hope you answered this question. Okay, back to Jeff. Question of a list that post-production realistic effects that I'm using. The one that's really nice is the Pitilens. I'll make a review on those plugins. It makes really nice camera distortion. You can choose Nikon, I don't know, Sigma, Canon. You can choose different lens, you know, Carl Zeiss, Sigma, you know, like 55-200. I don't know if you're familiar with those terms, but you can really add anything you want. And the only problem with this plugin, it makes blurry image, so you gotta make it sharpen afterwards. But it's a nice plugin to get different lens shape into your image. I'll view them in the future. The next one is 55mm. It's really good for film grain. It got really nice different options. Maybe I just I don't remember if I have this here. I think I understand this. 55mm, right? I'm not sure if you can get this plugin today, because I've searched on the internet, I could not find it. But as you see here, it got really nice colorization, and you know, it got here really nice effects, you know, lighting effects here. It's kind of nice for having spots, you know, distributed light like this, you know. But I like this color reflector is really nice. So this is a blurs factor. Okay, if you press here done, you just add this effect to your image, you know. Just don't forget to duplicate each time, duplicate your image, you know. I'm pretty sure that this is Jose, that this is where you want it to go. You wanted to give it a little bit warm look to your image, because this is how it was at the beginning, you know. But you know, this is a little warm because I had it at the start. Before this I had like this, you know, like bluish greenish. But here you go, you can add it a little bit a warm color, you know. Maybe this fits you better. Let's see what we got there. 55mm. Okay, we got color correction, we got black and whites, color correct, we got enhancing, you know. You can work your blur, you can work your range, you can work your enhancing. It's like adding more saturated. Fluorescent, those are really nice here, you see. Different fluorescent looks. It's more for lights, you know. Enhancing also, you got also different stages here, you know. In the presets you can choose. On your left you can choose how to apply this effect. Okay, f-stops f-stops, and the full control of the midtones, shadows, master. You can work your colors here. Kelvin, it's a temperature. It's more like white balance, you know. It's correcting your image and getting the right balance to your image. Something like this could be really nice, right? It's 320. Okay, let's just edit and see how it's changed your image. Okay, not a much of a change, almost nothing. Anyways, let's just continue. We got what we got here. We got effects and low contrast. This is basically what should bring your gamma or lower your gamma. So if you want to increase or decrease, it's a nice tool here. We got ozone. Here you go, this controller, and okay, original, zone, and output. Okay, you can work this ozone. Okay, I'll just leave that. I don't really like this. Printer points. You can work also colorization here. Selective color. Oh, yeah, selective color. Telecine, temperature, ultra contrast. Well, all this in your color effects. Okay, let's go to diffusion, and we got black mist. We can add mist. We got cool mist, defog. It's like removing fog. Diffusion. This was like really nice, you know. Looks like you got artifacts in your render. Okay, double fog, like really hard fog. Fog itself, mist, yeah, mist. Okay, skin smoother, you know, it's like makes all your image like really smooth and nice, you know. I think this one's good for, you know, if you're making photos and you want to make your skin look smooth, you could use this one. Soft edges, you know, oscillating blur, warm black mist, warm soft edges. Okay, this was for diffusion. We got also effects here, different colorization effects. You know, this looks nice, like an evening atmosphere. I think this you could use for your evening, day or night, day for night images. It's like really cool. And halo, you can use halo. It's also a nice effect. Infrared, okay. Somehow it's like black and white. Well, you got night vision here as well. You got blue. You can, you know, add it to your night vision if you want to do some effects here. It's really nice. Someone writing me? Okay. Yeah. This goes like 50-50, Alvaro. The render skills, the V-Ray skills are very important, okay? But if you don't know how to do your post-production, you're just wasting your time on getting things with V-Ray well done, you know? If you can think, you know, like how can you combine your Photoshop skills and what you can do, you know, like hide things, or maybe color correct, you know, or maybe improving and getting your image to look like a photo, to getting this photorealistic look, you know. This is where Photoshop comes in play, you know, comes into your next level, you know, because I don't think that only with V-Ray you can achieve photorealistic result. I mean, it can be good, it can be perfect and all, but all those small things, you know, camera distortions, you know, if you just take a look at Alex Roman work, this is what he does, you know. All his photorealism comes on the post-production stage, you know. And it goes for everybody, you know, color correction, matching your background to the foreground, putting people, you know, inside, you know, all those movies also. If you go and see pure render, you know, it's not that awesome. Sometimes it's even bad, you know. But with post-production skills, you know, they correct it and they make it look, they make it look so beautiful and so perfectly fit to the whole environment. So you even don't know that it was a crappy render, you know, it was a bad render. So I think let me just Google here, you know, Alex Roman Vimeo, and let's see what he got here. This is his videos. Exterior making of. You just go ahead and watch this video, okay, and you see how he works. He also works with looks. And well, if you see the render of what he did, and if you see his pure work and how he did it, you know, he took this building from the Google, you know, and he modified it, you know, and it was, you know, it's like real prepared model from with I think with SketchUp, and he worked this model to look such an awesome, you know, like wow, I was like amazed. But when I saw how simple his works and his techniques, that even got me more amazed about this person, because I thought he was, you know, investing, I don't know, like years doing this stuff, you know, trying to get the right colors, making photos. But the simplicity is the key. If you can take something simple and create from this something simple something really awesome, this is and spare a lot of time, you know, this is the trick. This is where you're showing that you're a real artist, you know, that you can take every image, even if it's the worst image in the whole world, and you can make from this image to look really awesome. This is where you hit your this is where you show your greatness. This is I think the artist is not being, you know, measured. You measure the talent and stuff like that, not in like how many time you invest and how hard did you work. No, how simple you're being. And if you can do from something that very simple to create something awesome, that all the people will think, wow man, it was like, I don't know, 10 years of work, and then you show like making off and then saying, oh dude, it's like 5 minutes for me, it's nothing, you know, I do it with my eye closed and one arm behind the back. So this is the awesomeness of showing, you know, your greatest skills. So go ahead, check this making of right here, because I think it's really awesome. And just see his render before and see his render after, you know, and then you'll see. I think yeah. This is it. This is the 50% of your image, you know. 150% is V-Ray skills and Photoshop and 3D Max skills, you know, how good you can do your lighting, how correctly you can put your camera, design, this artistic look and everything. But the other side of the coin, you know, is the Photoshop skills, is the post-production skills. How wisely you can use the passes in order to correct and fix and bring this photorealism to your image. I don't think there is a way to bring photorealism to your image using only 3D Max and V-Ray. I never saw pure works without post-production. So yeah. So this is it. Go ahead, watch his. Maybe we just Go ahead, watch his tests here, watch his how he's working here, how he's testing this dirt map, how he creating his textures and everything. He's an awesome dude. I mean, one of my inspirations. I love this artist. So go ahead and check him out. Okay. Great. Let's go back to this. To this 55 millimeter, okay, and we can see the X-ray effects, we can see the streaks. It's really nice, you know. You have only one option in Lux for that, but here it's like really nice distributions and everything. You got FilmLab. It's like film effects, you know, like really strong and contrasted, grainy, flashing. This looks grainy with grain, overexposed. If you're a fan of overexposed, 3-strip, 2-strip. It's like Lomo effect, Lomo chromatic stuff. Okay, let's check the gels. Different gels here. Grades and tints. And color convention, everything. Lens, you got like vignette, radial exposure. Can fix that. Polarizer, lens distortion. I can see those lens distortion here, you know. Difference, and we got also chromatic aberration here. We can work this chromatic aberration on every channel, you know, like blue, green, magenta, red, cyan, blue, yellow, and you know, we can work this really for every channel. We can we have one of the best controls over chromatic aberration is actually here on in this program. So yeah, the publisher, who's the publisher here? Let's see. I think it's Red Giant, like the Lux builder. I'm not sure. I got it like from my friend a lot of really long time ago. What's that? Window filter help? Doesn't say much. Okay, where you download it from, Alvaro? Because I tried to look online, I think yesterday. Yeah, I did not find that. You know, it's funny because I think I think it's Red Giant. I'm pretty sure it was from Red Giant. And you know, help even doesn't work here. You know, there's like no help. I don't know if they removed it or from this product. You know. Oh, by the way, we have reached here the render of Alex Roman, and this is how it looks. I mean, it looks awesome, right? Everything's cool, but if you check the final result, which is this, it's like it's you know, it's two different things. You know, this one, minute 10:53. You know, this is what he renders. You know, we can see this this image is actually really with high gamma. You know, why it made with high gamma, why everybody makes those images with high gamma, you know, like really high highlighted, you know, like really brightened. It's just because they want to add this this gamma on the post-production stage, right? They want to add this contrast and to lower the gamma down, because if you're making a high contrasted and very exposed image, you cannot work your gamma back, you know. If you add contrast, it's very hard to remove it. But if you make a really highlighted image, I mean, to add contrast is not a problem, but to remove contrast from your image, this is a really tricky thing. So just keep it in mind. If you making your images with V-Ray in 3D Max or with Maya or Cinema 4D, doesn't matter. Try to keep your images like one stage a little bit with higher tones, with a little bit brightened tones, with a little bit higher gamma. So you will have always this option to add curves, to add contrast, and to fix your exposure, you know. This is it, because overexposed images way harder to fix than like brightened and lower gamma images. Okay, so this is the plugin. The last one is light. Here you can see there's like different shapes for light and everything, like stars, fairy stars, silver reflections, stuff like that. So this is nice actually. Yeah, try to search on the internet for this plugin. I think it was Red Giant. I'll make a search and yeah. All right, digital film tools. Right. Yeah, you're right. Here's the link. Okay, great. Here's the link. Thanks a lot. Digital film tones. Okay, this is the plugin. All right, go ahead, check this out. It's a nice plugin. They got lots of cool controls. Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Alvaro. It was a handy. I just couldn't find it yesterday. You know, like a few days ago, I just checked and I was like, okay. But Jose helped us here. Digital films. All right. Thanks a lot. So let's move on. And what do we got here? Yeah. Well, okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Alvaro. Okay, let's move on. What do we got? The next one is Lux Builder. Well, you guys got probably my. You saw that how I work my images with Lux. You know, do 2 crushes, one warm color, one bluish color. Mixing it, adding chromatic aberration, blurring edges, film grain, you know, vignette, all of those effects that bring photorealism to your image. I think at the moment Lux Builder is the best one for that matter. Okay. Okay, yeah, you can use translation to do this, to see this this link here for digital films Photoshop plugins. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, next one is Knoll Light Effect. You probably heard of it. It's from Red Giant. Awesome plugin for adding different distribution light beams, you know, to the scene. I'm gonna review it on the next webinar probably. And of course Doof Pro. Doof Pro is also a nice plugin for adding Doof, also option with vignette, and and the chromatic aberration. The only thing here is it makes blurry images like PT lens. I think the one that does not make is the 55mm. This plugin doesn't make any blurry edges at all, so it's for aiding chromatic aberration, having a control. Maybe this one's like a handy one, but LuxBuilder, excuse me, LuxBuilder makes it automatically really nice. So I don't know, I prefer LuxBuilder because it's faster in my opinion, faster to work with. Okay, Dizeno. Hi Alex, I've David my scenes. Started the first webinar. Happy Halloween. Okay, let's see his works here. He sent me like, I think, 4 scenes, right? 4 scenes with wire color. Okay, so let's leave that because we have this one, and only for this one I got a colored color. Oh, this one is too small. Just a second. I'll try to fix this image. What's the image size? 1420. Oh, this one's bigger, so we gotta do this 1420, and then we can add this wire color. Okay, guys, remember V-Ray wire color is the only pass that been anti-aliased. Okay, the ID channel and those maps been not anti-aliased. It's very hard to pick up the color, you know, and that's the reason it makes this very jittery, and you can see this wrong and bad anti-aliasing. Okay, so I'm gonna use select tool to select the background here, and I'm going to go and do the similar. So I've selected everything here. I'm gonna duplicate my background, and I'm going to add a mask to my background, so I will isolate everything. And I want to go and check out some skies for that. I think this one looks nice. Oh, this one looks nice. This one's okay. This one also okay. Okay, so I'll add this guy here, and I'm gonna add this guy to my image. Okay, I'm gonna hide the wire color. Oops, I've posted wrong mask, so we just click on mask, go here and press invert. So okay, now it's correctly. So you see it's nice. If you had a bigger resolution, you would have it even more precisely. You could get this more precise. Okay, I'll stand on my I need to make my background a little bit smaller here, something like that. Oops, I'm pressing Shift and Alt together, so I could get my image correctly, scaled and correct measures. Okay, something like that could be nice. Okay, we can see that this image got really yellowish chromatic aberration, colorization. So we can go and fix a little bit of color balance here, maybe just a little bit of yellowish and reddish. Well, yellowish we got enough. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit blue, and here, maybe something like that. Okay, just press preview. You see I'm trying to neutralize this yellow because it's really yellowish. Okay, something about it could work nice. Okay, I want to get this quite bluish, you know, not like yellowish, something like that. Okay, could work nice. If I go here, I see some holes in your roof, so you know what happened if it's raining, right? So oops, I gotta fix that. Yeah, it does not help much. Anyway, you got some holes in your roof. And if there's gonna be rain, your client, your neighbors, people there gonna have some water pool in their houses. Okay, now you can check the exposure. I think it's maybe a little bit overexposed, you know, like the road. It's a little bit overexposed, something like that. Just press the preview and I'll press Ctrl+Shift+F, bring my fade effect, so I could control it something like this. Could be nice. Okay, I can see that the greens here got really saturated color, so you can just go to the hue saturation and go to yellows here and reduce the yellow from the trees. Maybe also reduce a little bit green. Green is not much of a handy. What you can do also is take the sponge tool here, and on the saturate mode you can just go, oops, I need to select image. You can just go on the saturate mode and remove a little bit saturation from here, you know, so it won't be that saturated. Okay, that's nice. What we can do, maybe just to fix a little bit more of your color balance. I'm not sure that we got it right in the first time. You can do color balance as much as you want. I mean, don't try to like do it 5-6 times, but it's okay to do it 3 or 4 times, 3 or 2 times, just in order to trying to fix your image. If you work with your dark tones, by the way, with your shadows, don't go too much. Well, we got it a little bit overexposed. Ctrl+Shift+F, just to make it like this. We can see that the contrast is very strong here, so if you just choose the curves, you know, something like this, you know, you can see the contrast is really strong. You can fix it a little bit with the curves, and you know, just to check one more time the exposure. Something like that could work fine. Okay, what else? If the shadow's too dark, you know this already, can duplicate our image. We can go to shadows, highlights, and to lighten a little bit our shadows. Double click on the image and remove this. It's a nice trick. I use it a lot. Oh, something like this. Yeah, works just fine. Okay, one more thing is we want to duplicate the background, put it on front, see how it works here, how it distributes our skies. We can move it maybe a little bit further, something like this, or like a little bit down. Something like this could be fine. We go again to our wire color layer. We select our class here. I know it's hard. It's supposed to be select by same color, but we got too much of the same color for this gray here, so it basically will select this car, this and this and this car here. So I just made it manual. Okay, and we're gonna press mask, and here we go. Get it, something like this. I can use hard. Yeah, I think hard light is really nice to get this effect. Okay, you can fix this from this plant here. Just adding, working this a little bit with the mask, shapes, something like so it won't be that crispy, you know. And this is it. Okay, this is get really nice reflections, maybe a little bit stronger. I think this could be fine. Okay, and what you can do, you can merge this layer down, and you can add some lens correction. Oops, here as well. Control A, we need to crop this to crop our sky. Okay, and then we go to distort lens correction. We add a little bit of a fisheye, a little bit of a chromatic aberration. You know, not the best, but only to get the feeling, you know, how it will look and where we're hitting. Maybe a little bit of a vignette, something like this. Okay, maybe just a little bit contrast. Oh, something like this. Because this one is a little bit of an off from the gamma, you know, but here you go. This looks way nicer. Alright, yeah, you can also add, you can paint the color here, just to make smoother the transition from the sky to the building. Just add another layer, and you go with the white color and you paint it here a little bit like this. Right, and then you switch it to soft light mode. You add a little bit of a mask, remove it from here, you know, and you reduce its opacity around, I don't know, like 30–40%. So you see it gets really nice transition from the sky to our image. We can see the chromatic aberration is too strong right here, but you better do it with other program, not with Photoshop. Okay, so this is how it looks now. This is how you start it. You see really yellowish, and I don't know what's up with the background here. You probably used HDRI or something, you know. It looks like, but you know, it's not something that worth leaving like this, you know. But this is how it looks after, you know. all fine, composition fine, this car is also okay. You got nice, you lowered the saturation of the trees, we corrected our image, color balance, everything here. So this is how it looks right now. Okay, cool. Let's move on. And this another image you sent me. Here as well, color balance is a little bit off, so you can add a little bit more, maybe yellow and red, and then you can fix it with blue and cyan. No, something like that. This is how it was. You know, you gotta have this blue reflections coming from the sky. You gotta have this in your image, you know, because here is like a little bit offset. If you wanna keep this reddish feeling, you just go a little bit with the red, you know, like a little bit with the yellow, something like that, right? Not too much, of course, but you know, this is I think the right exposure for your image. Okay, curves and exposure is correct. Maybe you can add a little bit of exposure, but I think it's just fine. You know, the way it was before. Right now it does not make lots of big of a change. Go ahead and add some sharpen as well, so we get sharpened images. But here you go, it's really nice. Okay, let's see another image. Oh, same thing here. Color balance, a little bit yellow, a little bit reddish. Work it out with the blue and with cyan to bring it back. Now, here you go. Now, this is how it was, this is how it now. And maybe just to add a little bit of to fix a little bit of the curves. Now, curves just fine. I would just do a exposure. Now you got a little bit too much dark shadows, you know, something like that. You know, like images that got really brightened images, you know, darkened images don't sell that good. So brightened images sell way better. So you wanna do bright images. You don't wanna go into really too dark. I would, you know, something in this image, where it is, this one, the ceiling is a little bit missing here. You know, I would correct this. I would just add something like this to the ceiling. You know, I mean this part, just to correct this frame, because here's very too little. There's lots of sofas, and this sofa takes like too much of an image, like I don't know, like really too much. Maybe I just would crop it, something like this, you know, and it could work better. You don't want to put your attention on this, and you know, to give this heavy object so much of attention. You want to concentrate some on nice stuff here, nice stuff here in the kitchen, so you better give a little bit of a ceiling. Okay, same thing here, you know, just I would crop it something like this, you know, maybe something like this, and I would give a little bit from the top, a little bit more, something like that. Maybe just lower the camera and go a little bit higher with the target. That could help as well. Okay, so okay, what next? What else do we got? Oh, Mohammed something. Oh, I think Lux Builder is the most powerful one. Correct me. Yes, Mohammed. The Lux Builder is at the moment is like #1. For me, for lots of artists, it's like most of the most. Okay. Okay, Alvaro. See you later, man. Have a good weekend. And yeah, I will sure will let you download it. Thanks for links. Thanks for sharing. I wish you a good weekend and see you later. Okay. Say goodbye to Alvaro, everybody. I'm just kidding. Adios, amigo. Okay. Okay, we're going. Oliver. Oliver sent me his question. Well, this question is on German. Also ich kann Deutsch sprechen. Ja, natürlich. Aber he's asking how he can do super white images, and he send us here example. It's a really nice example. This guy called Ranzo, I think, from Evermotion, did really cool image. I think this one is a Russian guy, and this one's from Evermotion. Anyways, all of those images got lots of white, and they not overexposed. And Oliver here asking how can he actually do it. Okay, the answer is there's like lots of ways. You can work it with your camera. If you go down with shutter speed, you just brighten your gamma. And this is exactly what I explained you like 5 minutes ago. You want to do your image a little bit of a higher intense, you know, like a little bit higher gamma, you know, like very brightened shadows, very brightened you know, exposures. I mean, not go to overexposed, right? But to have it like overwashed feeling, you know, like it's overwashed. And I think I did something, you know, like one of my latest projects, not the latest, but the one that I did called Nuba Core. You can read here about the making of, but it was a pretty similar thing, you know. This was the original image. If you see here, the gamma is very high and the light is not intense at all. And this is the render, the pure render. But after that, I did this this passes combination. Now, and let's open this also. And you see, I brought all the channels down. I brought all the contrast, all the gamma. I brought it just to the image. So you see, it's like overexposed. I got yellowish color correction, and it's very brightened. I fixed it with passes, and I worked my way with Motiva, and also there was, I think, Motion Builder and Photoshop, and this is how it looks, you know. This is very similar to those images, where it is, those images right here. They also got very white and bright and not overexposed lighting. So this is how you do it. You work it with exponential 1,1, and you put 2.2 in the gamma of exponential. You got overwashed image that looks something like this one. Sorry, something like this, you know. And then you bring it down. You bring the contrast down, and that's it. Then you get like really nice, awesome looking image. All right. I hope I answered your question, Oliver, and you are welcome to read this. Oh, by the way, I have a German blog regarding this. It's called I'll just give it here. It's called www.deinvireguide.com. All right. So there's also German information, auf Deutsch, and you're very welcome to check it out. Okay. Also, vielen Dank. Ne? Sehen wir uns. Okay, Muhammad sent me another his images. It was really awesome images. I think Muhammad is trying to show off here. He's like trying to show his cool skills. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right, Patricia. This is my blog. The correct address, dainvireguide.info. Thank you very much for correcting me here. Okay, dainvireguide. Okay. .info. This is German blog with cool information. Alles auf Deutsch. So, alle herzlich willkommen zu meinem deutschen Blog. Okay, here we go. This is Muhammad here, trying to show his skills off. He corrected this image. It looks very, very nice. I like it. And thanks for the big resolution here. You can see he corrected the panels here of the wood, which is really good. And oh, I can see here you need to do smooth groups on this object. Something just popped out here. You see, tick. Those you can see those polygons. Well, nice job on the background. Although I think it's a little bit overexposed, but it's all cool. You don't need to do. I wouldn't, change it. It's all right. In my opinion, a little bit of exposed, but it's cool. It worked with the whole exposure of this image. It's worked really cool. We can see here that Muhammad tried to do something with ID channel. Why do I know this? Because we see this anti-aliased, and we see those pixels here, really heavy. It's not that anti-aliased. So my suggestion, man, next time use the wire color pass and not object ID pass, because I'm pretty sure this one is object ID. I can see this on this not anti-aliased. But if I just go with 100%, I barely can notice it. It works fine. If you render big resolution like this, it works just fine. And if I go on this, I just don't see it. I think in print you might see it if you print it, but if you post it on web, you small the resolution, like 1000 pixels, you make it smaller, and you post it on web, it's just fine. Nobody will notice it. Okay. So good images, really nice images. This one's good. I see you fixed here overexposed part. The illumination is really cool. The blurred edges here also really nice. Maybe this one effect a little bit too much, but it doesn't bother me at all, so it's cool. I can see you put some background in the image, and it's very nice. We can get the feeling that there's something happening there. There's some trees or something like that. So it's all cool. HiPros using anti-aliasing ID buffer. Well, ID buffer, AA ID buffer. I never used it, but I can answer you this. It's very simple. You got to have a really good anti-aliased ID channel, so you can make selection and change color. Even you can change textures, change exposures. And if you use it in buffer, it's something that comes right off your render. If you do some color corrections, for example, in V-Ray, it will be better than doing it in post-production, because it burns it on the, sometimes if you know how to use it, it will be very handy to do it everything in V-Ray, you know. But if you don't really know how to control this, it can be just it can bring more more problems on the post-production level. So I know, you know, I know some studios do this anti-aliasing ID renderings, you know, and they do it object oriented. So for every object they're rendering special ID paths. You know, I think I showed this in the book, how you can define in 3D Max, you can give numbers like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and every object will get this ID pass. So in the post-production, it will be way easier to do the selection for this particular object, you know. Sometimes what happens is that the client is not satisfied with the walls, for example, or he wants to change the color of the carpet here, for example, I don't know, or this wall, you know. It will be way easier if you had really nice anti-aliased ID channel. So what happens if you render IG channel with V-Ray and you use it, you know, like the pass, it won't be that anti-aliased. We can see that on Mohammed's image. Right. Where is what was that? Well, we saw those pixels, right? But I think I closed it. Anyways, if you use wire color from V-Ray, by the way, it's the only pass that being anti-aliased. So thanks a lot for sending me this on this image, because you know it's like very accurate here. You see, it's very accurate. I see here really nice and correct sky anti-aliasing here as well. You see the leaves and everything is very accurate. So this is the only pass. This is the only pass that comes with anti-aliasing, wire color. So use wire color, and you can use ID channel, but only if you render bigger resolution, I mean like 4,500, 5,000 pixels. Then you can use ID channel, because it's like really big, and you even don't notice the anti-aliasing. Okay. So this is nice image, Mohammed. Thanks a lot for sending. I don't think I have something to make any comments. I mean, it's really well done. You fixed everything from the last time, and yeah, thanks a lot. Here, I love this image. It's like really nice one. I love the lamp. It's really cool lamp, man. Here only, you know, the chairs, those tables, I'm sorry, no, you should just pay attention on your wood, because I think it's supposed to go till here, I mean the horizontal line, but from here down it's supposed to be vertical, you know. I think so. I never saw tables like this distributed with texture horizontally, you know. I don't know, maybe it is, but I don't think so. Okay, nice blurred edges, nice vignette, you know, nice here blurry, and you can see a little bit of chromatic aberration is also going on, just you know, just for the feeling. Really nice one. We can see there's a background, there's something going on there. So really nice, high performance you're showing here, Mohammed. Really well done. I love the design, love the lamp. Thanks for sharing. Okay, let's see. Hassan is from Lebanon, sending me. He's a designer and 3D visualizer. He got some questions. How much render element can boost our render in real picture? Well, with render elements you can correct everything, from the floors, from the pools, from the colors, from reflections in the objects, and refractions, like the pool. If you have a pool, you can make it less transparent or more transparent. If you have a reflection, you can make it stronger. Stronger reflections make a really nice impression on the client. It's like looks very fancy if it's like high reflected and stuff like that. Just don't overdo it, but keep it in mind. You can fix your lighting. You can fix your you can balance your lighting. You can add global illumination. You can also add ambient occlusion passes, so those realistic soft shadows. So basically, passes is the solution to make your image as photorealistic as it can. You can fix everything you want. You can even fix the color of the spots, because you got this lighting pass, so you can give color to this pass in your spots. Like IES lights will be like red, green, blue. You can play with it. You can change it without even re-rendering the image. This is the beauty of working with passes. You don't need to render the image again. You do it like in 10 minutes, and that's it. Okay. Shall 3D visualizer know everything concerning 3D? For example, animation and rigging. Okay, rigging is more for character. You can do rigging for trees and stuff like that. For animation, but rigging less. Animation skills, yeah, I would probably say that 3D visualizer should have, not like character animation, but stuff like fluids, like water animation, or to know how to use reactor, to do curtains on the wind, like the wind blows through the window and you have like nice curtains movement. It doesn't have necessary. It doesn't should be for animation. You can freeze this moment, and this is where it comes really handy. Because if you do a water animation, like water coming, like in the bath or something like that, and there's a wind coming through the window, everything works naturally. If you work it with reactor, you can do it really naturally. This is what spot you up between other artists, because other artists don't invest so much in their images, but if you want to be unique, if you want to be special, and if you want people and clients would like to work with you, and to have that, what you give, what you supply, this is the way to go. This is the way. Those skills you should do. You should have. You should have this basic knowledge of animation. To do those leaves. Going with the wind. To do those nice things with wind, water. Yeah. This is basically what would just bring you to the next level of 3D visualizations. Okay. All right. We can see also your images here. I think you sent something to me, right? Hassan bedroom and Hassan. Okay, nice bedroom here as well. A little bit problem with color balance. Here you see how can I fix it. Something like this. Maybe too much of a blue. Something. I don't know about that. Could work fine. Just add. You can add also. Oops. You can add also a little bit. Sharpen. Sharpen is really nice. Bang. You see. Add those effects that I showed, but the most problem with this image, I think, is the color balance. I'm not gonna save it because this one here as well. Just add color balance, a little bit yellow, a little bit red, highlights, blue, and you see, wow, all those things here. You see how it works. You just fix it. Okay, this is how we work it. But overall, really nice Middle East Arabic design. You just fix that. This is, you got something here floating on the air. Fix it and you'll be good to go, right? Let's go and see something else. Mohammed, all right. Thanks for sending those images, Mohammed. That's also really show off. Right. Michael sending us. He wants me to do. He's doing a interior workshop with Stanislav, and he has a great combination. Well, we're working together with Stanislav. If someone didn't know that, you can order, register this course from me, vireyart.com. This is our website with Stanislav, and you can go ahead, check it out. I think there's also updated information here in this website. I think Stanislav got the most updated information. You see, those are both of us here, and telephones and everything. Oh, and by the way, if someone gets this course from here, from Virey Art, this is, by the way, our company. Me and Stanislav have this cooperation thing going on between us already for quite a while. You can get my bonus book, Key to 3D Success. So if someone's interested in getting this training, you can also get it from vireyart.com. And get this Key to 3D Success as a bonus. Okay. He have a question about ZDepth tutorial and DOOF, how to create ZDepth channel, and I think I did a tutorial about this, right here. He's interested in getting his blurred objects background look good, because his foreground object looks weird, and he wonders how people like Alex Roman do their animation, and it looks just perfect. It looks just awesome. So here's the tutorial that I did about ZDepth pass. We can watch it, and the funny thing, not the funny thing, the one of the tips here is that what you can do is you can do here, you can use it twice. You can use it for the background, the ZDepth, and you can use it for the foreground. So you can basically fix those two, right? And it will be just fine. You know, you can work your foreground not to look so weird. But Alex Roman, he uses Photoshop. Sorry, he do not use Photoshop. He uses Photoshop only to make sharpen, you know. But his main program for doing this doof is After Effects. And in After Effects, I think there is really cool plugins for making this really cool. So really good looking doof, really photorealistic doof effect, you know, depth of field. So I might do something about this. I might do some research, and maybe I'll just create some tutorial how to do it with After Effects. I know that demand of people was how to do it with Photoshop, so I did here with Photoshop. So just so you know, you can do it twice. You can do one for the background and one for the foreground. So if your foreground edge is going weird, create just another mask for ZDepth, use it for the foreground, remove those weird edges from your background image, from your background layer, and correct it. Okay, use it twice. On the attached picture, I would know how to create the carpet. Okay, he was amazed by Core. I love Core also. I did their Nuba Core. And where is that? This is the image here, right here. Well, yeah, it's a nice image. Go ahead, do it like Stanislav, on Stanislav's training. I'll be there also, by the way. The training, the internet training, is supposed to start like today or yesterday, and I'll be also visiting that forum, that closed forum, and giving you feedbacks there. And by the way, this carpet you can do with V-Ray fur, and you can use a map, special map, to distribute the hair correctly, because you can put bitmap and to say, okay, if this like black that goes really high and like left, right, you can work with colors and everything to give direction for your V-Ray fur. Okay, this not should be a problem because this carpet is got really thick hairs here. It's not thin, so it should not be a problem at all. You should do it like it should be also rendered really fast. Okay. All right. Okay, he's not gonna attend to this. He's had a crazy week, but I'm recording this so you can watch it. Okay. All right. This is it. We're done here, by the way. I went through all your questions, through all your works here, and I hope I answered everything. Okay. The next week, by the way, I'm not gonna be here. I'm going to be in San Francisco, the 5th Animation Festival. It's gonna be 11th and 14th November. So everybody's invited. If someone just want to hang out in San Francisco, send me email and we can hang out together. It's gonna be a really nice festival. I got here the link of the 5th International Animation Festival. Gonna be represented really nice new feature animation films, stop motion, and different techniques. I'll be doing report on that one, so if someone's gonna miss it, don't worry. I got you covered. I got you covered, so you'll be able to review my report on that one. Okay, so I wish you a really awesome weekend. If you got any questions, go ahead and ask me. If you don't, I wish you a really nice weekend, and I thank you for joining me on this webinar. I think we closed around like almost 2 hours of a webinar here, and thanks a lot for being here. I wish you a great weekend. Thanks Mario, Jose, Jeff, thank you guys. Send me your emails, send me your questions. Just please send it before Thursday or something like that, so I'll be able to review them. Somehow people send it like on the very late Thursday, and I got to go through them, and I wanna be more precise on my answers to you, and to check and to do my researches on the best way that I can help you. Okay, so thanks a lot for being here with me today. It's probably night in Europe, and here in California it's a day right now. So those from the States, I wish you rest of the good day, good day, and those from Europe, I wish you a good night. Go to sleep and have a nice dreams, so you'll be able to wake up and have a great weekend the next day after. And this is it. This was Alex, your V-Ray guide. Thanks a lot for joining me today. I wish you a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon, probably in 2 weeks. And this is it. I'll see you later. Thanks a lot.